Miss Parker.
Well, good morning to you, Guyana, and radio listening.
How are you doing this morning?
I am good. The sun is shining. It's almost Christmas, and so I'm in that mood.
Great. So just before we get started on layaway purchase, which is today's topic, can you give us a recap of what we discussed last week?
Okay, over the last 2 weeks, we spoke about your need, consumers' need to collect receipts when they make any purchase and what the receipts should have on them. That will be the date of purchase, a description of the item, and the price inclusive of VAT, and the VAT should be listed separately. We spoke about the consumer's right to be able to return an item if they buy it and it's defective, and if for some reason they change their mind about wanting that item. If you change your mind and you take it back, please know that you have to take it back wrapped in the original package, untampered with, and it must be unused, and you have 7 days. If it is a defective item, you have the period of the warranty to take it back if you recognize there's a defect, and the supplier has the option of either replacing it, repairing it, or returning to you the receipted amount for the item.
Okay, great. And as I mentioned, today we're focusing on layaway purchase. So can you explain exactly what is a layaway purchase?
Okay. Well, a layaway purchase happens like this. You see an item at a store, and they have the service, because not everybody would offer you layaway, but they have the facility for you to get a layaway. So you see the item, you like it, but you don't have all the money. It's a little different to hire purchase, where you pay and you take the item. You pay an amount and you take the item right away, and then you pay over time. This is different. Layaway is you see the item, you pay an amount on it. The supplier holds that item until you complete the payment. And, of course, there would be a pre-arrangement for how long and how much you should pay over time before you collect the item. And on the completion of the payment, that's when you collect the item. It's done a lot during this season, just before the season, because people will identify very early things that they need, and if that facility is being offered by a supplier, they would, of course, go pay that amount and pay over time. We have had instances where people have changed their minds before the final payment.
What happens in this instance?
Okay, in that instance, the supplier can keep up to 25%. They can keep 25% of the money that you have already paid down on that item. And you are refunded 75% on your down payment.
And in a case where, let's say, the supplier cancels the agreement?
Oh, lovely question, Fiona. They have to give you back all of your money, because they changed the arrangement. So they have to give you back the full amount as from your down payment. But
okay.
Should you change your mind, they have to give you back the amount less 25% of your down payment.
And now, what relevant information about a product or service suppliers are required to share with consumers before a purchase is made?
All right. The Consumer Affairs Act Part 4 says that there's basic information that should be given to consumers concerning goods sold. Where applicable, they should tell the consumer about the origin. The consumer should be able to know about the brand, the price, expiry date, care, how to care for it, the terms, the components. And this is where it is applicable, right? The components, the contents, the hazards, the proper use, the assembly, the installation, weight, and size of these goods. Those are some of the things. And the information should be in English.
Okay, great. Is there anything else you would like to add, Ms. Parker?
Yes, I just want to remind people also, I think we had touched on the purchase of appliances and electronics during this season, and please remember to make your checks before you purchase. Make sure you look at reviews, make sure you compare prices both online and locally. Check that it's an authentic brand. Make sure the product you buy is compatible with your electricity supply at home. If it's a smart device, smart item, ensure that the environment in which you intend to use it has internet access. And again, remember to collect your receipt. We can't stress that enough. Remember to collect your receipt.
Okay.
And ask for a warranty for at least up to 6 months.
Great. Thank you very much once again, Ms. Parker, for taking the time to come here this morning.
Thank you, Tiana.
And I look forward to having you back next Tuesday.
I look forward to, so we can shop without regret.
Okay, great.
During the season.
You enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Bye-bye. That was the Communications Officer for the Competition and the Consumer Affairs Commission, CCAC, Miss Alison Parker, talking about the layaway purchase this morning here on 103.1 FM.
News Talk Radio Guyana is the station for you, bringing you news updates every hour, major news 3 times a day, edutainment on a higher level, shows like Beat the Clock, Brunch on the Coast, The Afternoon Jam, Youth's Perspective. It's a station that goes wherever you go, streaming online at www.bit.ly/newstalk1031. It's News Talk Radio Guyana, 103.1 FM.